I know Oprah had an opinion on your
Oh,
ex-husband.
Lord. Yes, she did.
I want to talk a little bit more about that marriage.
Yes.
I know because you just mentioned infidelity was one of the
Yes.
major reasons that it ended.
Yeah.
And I want to get to that. But first, before the affair, how were you feeling about that relationship? Like, were you happy?
It's a good question. I was happy. And you know how they say the wife always knows? I swear to God, I did not. I did not. And people say, "Well, of course you know." No, I really didn't. Now, it's not like we hadn't had arguments or anything, but I didn't think that it was in such disrepair that he was boinking around. I did not. I did not think that.
When, if you were happy, do you think it shifted for you?
Well, I mean, hindsight is always 2020. I always say if I was writing a book, the first line in my book would be whack, the sound of a tennis ball. And she said, "Nice shot, Bill." And the way she said it, there was such a intimacy in her voice that the hair stood up on the back of my neck. And I thought, why am I feeling that way? It was weird. Because she was married too. We were married. We both had two little kids. So our kids were friends. The spouses were friends. But there was something about the way she said, "Nice shot, Bill," that I looked and I thought, did I see them looking at each other? And when I asked him in the car, "What are you talking about?" They try to gaslight you, by the way. "What are you talking about?" And so he goes, "Absolutely not." So I did think, oh, you're just overreacting to what? But I did have a visceral reaction to that. That said, I still didn't think anything. And Oprah always says, sometimes you get a whisper, and then when you ignore the whisper, then it becomes a little pebble, and then you ignore the pebble, and next thing you know, it keeps growing, and then you have a full-blown catastrophe. Mine was I came home and caught him unexpected. I wasn't due home. So, but people say, the therapist said, it probably had to be that extreme for you to believe it. Because if you had caught them and they weren't buck naked, Alex, in my friggin' towel, if you hadn't seen it, he might have said, "Oh, she was just over here. We were
Working on something?
yes, working on something."
Okay, wait. Can you take me to that day? Like, how did you walk in on
Well,
them?
this was back in the day when you would go. I used to drive myself to the airport then, Alex.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Miss Gayle King.
Before Uber and Lyft and when you call it a car service. But I drove myself to the airport and the airline would call you to say, "Listen, your flight has been canceled, but you can if you get on the next one, you can get out of there." So I was in DC and, Kirby and Will were little. They were like 2 and 3 at the time. So, I said, "Guys, we got to hurry, go." I'd driven myself to the airport. So I didn't even have time to call and say, "Look, the flight was da 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 da. I'm coming home." I didn't have time to do any of that. We got to the airport, got in the car, came home. And the alarm was set, which I thought, that's strange because you're in here by yourself. You're a big ass grown ass man. He never sets the alarm. And next thing I know, he comes flying out of the room and he's got a towel on. He goes, "You can't come in." "What do you mean I can't come in? What are you talking about?" He goes, "You can't come here. Come in. Someone's here." I go, "Someone like who? There's nobody here." I mean, I was so oblivious. "There's nobody here. Get out of the way, Billy. There's nobody here." He goes, "Really, you can't come in." And so I start searching the house because I didn't believe him. I didn't believe him. I get down and there they are, or there she is, cowering behind the door in my towel. Alex, was a nice bath sheet in my towel.
What did you say?
I said, "I can't believe that you are here and that you are doing this. I can't believe that you are doing this."
She was your friend.
Yes. And I even said, "I thought we were friends." It sounded so pitiful. "I thought we were friends."
And so your kids were in the house. How did you manage?
Well, I had a nanny. She was from Jamaica. And I did leave the kids outside because he was so adamant. They're little toddlers. So Verge is with the kids. And I said, "Verge, take the children and go to the back room and shut the door." And she said, what is it? What is this, Mom? What is it? I said, "So-and-so is here. Let's give her a nice name. What's a good name?"
Casey.
Yeah, Casey is here. And so she goes, and I said, "And they're naked." Now, Virg is an old Jamaican woman. She goes, Lord of his mercy, Mom. Lord of his mercy. Lord of his mercy. Oh, Mom, she peed in your toilet, Mom. I go, Virg, I don't need that right now. I don't need that right now. Just take the kids and just go in the back room and shut the door. So I went.
Sister Gayle King, y'all, sister Gayle King, sister. So they get on talking about, women love to talk about these cheating stories or getting done dirty and never say what they did. And I'm not even saying she did nothing wrong. They love cheaters. They just really think that they special when they get the one guy who love chasing pussy, and I marry him, he gonna just stop chasing pussy and be good to me. And old buddy is a lawyer, so he wasn't no bum, and she's never remarried. They was married for 11 years. She said, she kind of picked up on some interaction they had while they was playing tennis, and old girl was her best friend, right? So you willing to protect your best friend's identity who crossed you, but you just won't let your ex-husband rest in peace. Your kids don't need to hear this going viral. This should be something that I hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. I'm gonna move on from it. You know how many, everybody be under the impression that men cheat more than women because men don't talk about all the whole shit that women do. There's been plenty of times where dudes caught they bitch in the bed with another nigga. And the man don't run to the internet because he understands his reputation. If I put this on the internet, this affects my income, it affects my business, it affects how people view me, it affects my status in the hierarchy of society. This is always here. Men understand the importance of their privacy. They care about their children. They care about their mother. They care about their father. So out of respect for my family name, and my reputation, I'm just going to charge it to the game and not air it out. Women can't shut up. Women can't shut up. She can't just move on from, and that's traumatic to move on from. Somebody that you truly love, that you didn't think was cheating on you, didn't have the balls to go get a hotel room. Y'all had the means. You balling, he a lawyer. You had your kids with you. I'm not dismissing nothing that she went through. If she had every right to send both of them to the upper room, I wouldn't be mad if Gayle King walked out an innocent woman. Because you shouldn't start no family with no woman unless y'all agreement is, hey, you fuck other bitches, and people have those agreements in, but don't bring nothing back home. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to affect it. Yeah, cool. People have those agreements. This is why I don't believe in telling somebody they significant other with somebody else. I don't know what their agreement is. It's not my job. I love y'all. Yeah, that's my family, my friend. I love y'all. Y'all do what y'all do. I'm gonna stay out of y'all business, right? But women gotta learn to shut the fuck up. Y'all destroy y'all reputations. Y'all destroy yourselves that way. Let your kids, they understand what's happened. Let them move on from it. They're an adults now. Let him move on from it. He's moved on from it. He made a mistake. A huge mistake. But y'all keep harping and bringing up these L's, and everybody's so traumatic to keep bringing this up for the family. And women in the go, oh man, it's all about men ain't shit, and you should trust your intuition. Why y'all don't trust your intuition when your husband is fed up, when he's tired? Why y'all don't trust your intuition then? That's what I don't really understand. It's all about some cheating shit or something. Like, I don't understand. When your husband is fed up and he on his last leg and he tired of your shit, why don't your intuition kick in to make sure he comfortable, he happy? Honestly. But bringing up these old war stories and all this type of stuff, like, women they fiend for attention. And the nasty thing about it, they fiend for this attention. It don't matter if it's good or bad. And that's the nasty thing about it. I told y'all, women don't heal from these traumatic experiences that they have. Because if she healed, she ain't even want to bring it up. And I told y'all the sister code, it ain't no code amongst women. They act like it's a code when it's against men. Oh yeah, we stick together, varsity. But when it come to dick, when it come to dick and getting a man, we done heard multiple stories in real life. We done heard a multitude of stories on this internet, Lord knows, about how a woman found out her ex-boyfriend was now dating her girlfriend, her ex-best friend, her ex-girlfriend. We know that. Women are treacherous, and if you open your eyes and you really think about your life and the women that's been in your life, from mothers, aunties to female best friends or whatever, if you really think about it, most of them bitches wasn't shit. When it came to them, they all act like they hate men and they together. But as soon as one of them get a boyfriend, the other bitches get, you don't hang out with us no more. You think, and that's how it is. And they start sabotaging your relationship so you can be single or miserable, and they'll backdoor you for that man that she told you to leave. You know everything about what he liked, what he disliked, so she done already gave you the inside scoop on the man. They'll kiki laugh in y'all face and y'all sharing dick together. Or y'all will get divorced, y'all will break up, and your girlfriend will turn around and marry the nigga. So they don't stick together based off some moral. Most women don't have morality. They don't stick together based off moral compass. They're treacherous. They're wicked in nature. A lot of women are. This is why they end up getting with guys that's cheaters, that's abusers. They don't have any moral character. They don't believe in character. They don't have character. They hit you low. It ain't about you go low, I go. They going low off rip. You can take the high road. How many baby fathers or husbands took the high road in life and say, you know what, I'm not going to back down, talk, about the kid's mother I respect for, that's my child's mother, or what we had, I'm going to move on. But the bitch running her mouth about how you ain't shit, lying about this, lying what you did, and destroying your character, and you defending the hoe, or you not talking about it. That lets you know where that lie right there. This is why they end up with low character motherfuckers, man. Because they have no character to low character themselves. This is why it's no mystery why they like the worst guys, the scammers, the drug dealers. Why? Because guess what? They never figured that they the problem. They never figured that they the problem. Everybody else is the problem before they never look at themselves being a problem. So that they'll be lonely with their double X wine. They'll go try lesbians. They'll go try white men. They go try black men. They go try Hector. They go try Octavius. They go try, and through all the guys that they try, from dick to clit, it all fails because they didn't work on themselves. They don't see themselves as the problem. And when they see themselves as a problem, they don't want to fix it. Real talk. They didn't just say, oh, he cheated just because he cheated. A lot of guys that cheat like this, you knew he had a bunch of bitches. A guy's just not going to pick you and just say, I'm going to just stop fucking. Because let me tell y'all something, women. A lot of these guys never develop dick discipline or that type of discipline at all. Most of these guys don't have the discipline to say no to some pussy. You know what I'm saying? But also, a lot of guys got their favorite eaters, like Cardi B say, and they can't let it go. A lot of one girl may have the best sex, and he can't let it go. One girl just might have snot for coochie, and it's so good he can't let it go. Some guys can't cut it off. This is why guys end up with a bunch of children. This is why guys end up in a bad predicament themselves. It's because they can't they can't hit it and quit it. They can't enjoy it and move on. They never can move on. They always go backwards because they lack the discipline. It's not that the man doesn't love you. They never master discipline. The highest form of discipline that you can have is discipline your sexual loins. That's the highest form of discipline. Then your money, then your body, and then your money. Most guys never master their sexual loins. That's just the fact of the matter. It ain't that you are inadequate or you not enough or he doesn't love you. If the number one thing you should be looking for in a man is his discipline. How disciplined is with his money? How disciplined is he getting up, going to work? Is he going to work out or he's disciplined in his routine? 9 times out of 10, those disciplined men usually, if they're showing other high qualities, they usually make the best husbands. But discipline is not attractive. I did a video for that. Discipline is boring. Discipline is ugly. Discipline is mundane. Any of those adjectives that go with those words. But in the end, discipline becomes fun because you can live life without regret and without a lot of derogatory marks on your children, on your marriage, on your credit, on your life. You're going to have fun in the end. Either you're going to cry now and laugh later, or you going to feel like you laughing now, but really you crying. You're going to cry now and later. But hit the link in the description, join the Patreon.